Okay, so first of all, I wanted to discuss Cain and Abel. So when Cain killed Abel, he was 17 years and a half, and Abel was 15 and a half years old. So, um, so that's why yesterday, one of my viewers, Christian, I want to say thank you. He brought it up to me that there was a school shooting. The shooter was 70 years old. I think it's reference back to the first murder, which is Cain. When he was 17, he killed Abel. Sorry, Abel. So that is all the referencing back to the first ancestor, which is Cain. Genesis 4:8, the first murderer on earth. Um, So 4, 8, and 17, like very critical numbers, and they worshiping those two numbers because of that. And also, let's see, the hair of Cain was orange color, which is let's see, the ginger color, ginger hair. So that's why they um, they consider orange is the most important fruit. Actually, apple is not the most important fruit, in their circle. Orange is the one. And of course, they wouldn't they are, actually advertising it by the TV series Orange is the New Black. So there you go. That's why orange is the original black, according to King, right? Okay, so that now I am finishing up the book of Ezekiel, and I finished chapter 28, and I would like to discuss chapter 28 with you guys actually because chapter 28 actually God was talking about Satan before the fall and after the fall. Okay, and I will start chapter 28 3. Ezekiel 28 3. Okay. Are you wiser than Daniel? Is no secret hidden from you? By your wisdom and understanding, you have gained wealth for yourself and amassed gold and silver in your treasuries. By your great skill in trading, you have increased your wealth, and because of your wealth, your heart has grown proud. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because you think you are wise as a god, but I am going to bring foreigners against you, the most ruthless nations. They will draw their swords against your beauty and wisdom and peace, your shining splendor. They will bring you down to the pit, and you will die a violent death in the heart of the seas. Will you then say, I am a god, in the presence of those who kill you? You will be but a mortal, not a god, in the hands of those who slay you. Okay, so then I will start with, let's see, Ezekiel 28 13. Before that is like, you were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. So then 28 13. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you: carnelian, chrysolite, emerald, topaz, onyx, jasper, um, lapis, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountings made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness had wickedness was found in you. Through your widespread trade, you were filled with violence, and you sinned. So I drove you in disgrace from the mount of God, and I expelled you, guardian cherub, from among the fiery stones. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. So I threw you to the earth. I made a spectacle of you before kings. By your many sins and dishonest trade, you have desecrated your sanctuaries. So I made a fire come out from you, and it consumed you. And I reduced you to ashes on the ground in the sight of all who were watching. All the nations who knew you are appalled at you. You have come to a horrible end and will be no more. So this is exactly what before the fall Satan was, Um, according to Ezekiel 28, it didn't say that before the fall, Satan was the most beautiful angel. That's none. No, God didn't say that. He just say his beauty. He has beauty. He has wisdom, and he was blameless. Like all the angels are beautiful. They have wisdom, and they all are blameless. If they have, you know, if they commit sins, they would have just, kicked out from heaven like Satan, right? So, um, of course, Satan, of course, he is proud and he is arrogant. Of course, he say he's the most beautiful angel in the heaven, right? Um, so I don't think he's the most beautiful one because in the Bible, nowhere claim Satan was the most beautiful angel in heaven, and he wasn't the widest. He has wisdom. Every angel has wisdom. They have different levels, different grade, and he wasn't the highest grade in heaven. He was the highest among like the angels that keep watch on the earth operations. In that area he was the top, one of the top. I think he's the top in that division. So if you've read the book of three books of Enoch, you will know he's certainly not the toppest being in heaven. He's not. He is not God's right hand man. He's not. He was not. Sorry, and he wasn't the most beautiful angel. He wasn't the widest one. He just in according to Ezekiel 28, he has beauty. He has wisdom. Period. That's it. God didn't say he is the most beautiful. He was the most intelligent. God didn't even compare. Just like keep on focus on him in this case without comparing, right? But of course, Satan always jealous of pretty much everybody. He always constantly comparing with each other, you know, with other people. So there you go. I just want to share Ezekiel 28 with you guys. Now, okay, so today is Friday, January 5th. High watch time for Rapture till tomorrow, Saturday, January 6th, is the 24th day of the 10th month in Enoch calendar. And so let's see if today or tomorrow the earthquake will happen in San Francisco Bay Area down to LA. Let's see, because the West Coast right now is around 1:22 p.m. So still have a lot of time. We still need to wait. Okay, so fingers crossed. And okay, so I want to go over the celestial alignments with you guys. So yesterday I showed the alignments for this year from today till I think it's July, and then I've shown 2000 April till let's see, July again. And so I figured it's not exactly the same because the alignments in year 2000 is much closer than the alignments in this year. Venus, Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. They were much closer to each other, lighting up. This year, it was further apart, especially Jupiter and Saturn. They are further apart, but the others like come together like conjunctions and then keep moving towards to the cycle, right, to the left. So I would say the alignments in 2000 are much more significant than this year, but still, the alignments this year pretty much they can draw the energies from the alignments, even though the alignments are less significant, but still, there will be a lot of conjunctions. So that's that. In year 2000, in year 2000 and 2001, both years, like definitely there were several huge shifts, you know. So now we're waiting for the huge earthquake, eventually probably trigger the tsunami in the West Coast. Let's see if this weekend is right at the end of the 10th month.